I'm going to teach you really quickly how to find out that someone is lying to you.
Dealmakers, what's up?
My vision is to completely and utterly disrupt the market for buying and selling small businesses all over the world.
Hey guys, Carl Allen. Want to teach you just a really quick hack. I'm just about to drive back to my house from a meeting. I just want to give you a really quick hack. So I'm going to teach you really quickly how to find out that someone is lying to you. And this is really clever if you're in a seller meeting, right? So as you know, I always coach you that when you're talking with a seller about buying their business or building a relationship, always do it face to face. So never do it on a phone call. Ideally do it in person, but when we went through COVID and we couldn't go and meet people in person, we all got onto Zoom and Teams, Google Meets and all these different products. So as long as you're doing an online meeting, make sure you can see the person face to face. And it's important for reading their body language, and it helps you build rapport. You can physically see that person. But what's really cool when you're face to face with somebody, either across the table, in a meeting or on Zoom, is I want you to look, when you're asking them questions, I want you to look at their eyes, right? So there's two things I want to teach you. So the first thing is, it's all about the left brain and the right brain, okay? So our brains, the left side of our brain deals with fact, it deals with logic. So all of your memories, which are facts, right? So all the memories that you have in your life are all stored on the left side of your brain. So if you ask somebody to recall something, so hey, do you remember when we did this? Or do you remember that time? Or talk to your buddy and say, hey, do you remember when we were playing golf? Just rocks up at the house, just got to open the electric gates. Bear with me one sec. I could actually call the gate. I've got this really cool system on my house, on my estate, that I can phone the gate when I'm on approach and it opens, but because I'm on my phone talking to you guys, I can do that. So I just press the click of the buzzer, going old school. So the left side of the brain deals with logic and facts. So if you ask somebody a question and you ask them to recall something that is actually true, then what's really interesting is their eyes will look to the left and they will look up, right? Because they're accessing their memories, which is stored on the left side of the brain, right? If you ask somebody a question that they have to use their imagination. So if you said, hey, imagine if your basketball team won the championship, right? How would you feel? If you look at them, their eyes are going to look up to the right, because the right side of the brain is where we store our creativity and it's where our imagination is, right? So why is that important? So when you're looking at somebody, you've got to be looking for them looking left as you're looking at them, because it's them looking right. So if you're across from them, it's them looking left. So if they're looking to their right, which as you're looking at them is going left, what that means is they're lying. If you ask them a question, hey, so tell me about this customer, or tell me what your growth strategy is for the next few years, or tell me who the best customer is, or tell me who the best employee is. Do you have any bad customers? Do you have any terrible employees? If they look to the right when they answer that question and they look up, they're assessing their imagination. And if they're assessing their imagination, it means they're lying to you, okay? So that's why it's really important to have these seller meetings face to face, so that you can look at their eyes. There are a few other cues as well that you can tell if people are lying, right? So if someone's lying to you, there's a lot of tells. One is they'll look to their right, which is that you're looking at me now. That way is my right, but is your left. And then the other thing that they will do is they'll blink. They'll blink a lot. So if they're lying to you when they answer your questions, they blink. A lot of the time is they'll touch their face. They could be doing all three things. They could be looking up right, they could be blinking, and they could be touching your face. That tells you that they're really lying. And then what some people also do as well is they breathe in and out. It's like, oh my God, I'm about to tell a lie. Take a deep breath. So look at their chest and then look at their nostrils. as well. So those are just some really kind of cool hacks, and I'll tell you where you can even get more kind of information on this as well. There's a book that you can read called Spy the Lie, and Spy the Lie is written, we'll put the link into it in the comments below. Spy the Lie is a book that's written by an ex-CIA operative, so he'd obviously honed a lot of these different things. But also there's a really awesome, cool TV show that I think went for 2 seasons about 10 years ago called Lie to Me. And the actor was a guy called Tim Roth. And you might remember Tim Roth. He's a British actor from London. And he was in the Quentin Tarantino movie, Reservoir Dogs, right? Which is really, really cool. So he's a famous actor. And he was the actor, my wife's waving at me through the window. Hello. So Tim Roth was also the star of Lie to Me. And he was a lie detection specialist, and he would be brought in, it's a drama series, a box set. He would be brought in by the police and the CIA, FBI, and he could go and interview people and tell if they were lying. And obviously there's a lot of other methods. There's polygraphs, and there's things where they, all that crazy stuff that the CIA do, but you don't need to do that. Just look at their eyes. Again, let's summarize. If they look up and to their right, which is as you're looking across for them, my right is your left, they're lying. If they blink, they're lying. If they touch their face, they're lying. And if they breathe in, their chest lifts up and their nostrils start to quiver, you can tell that they're lying. So I hope you found that really, really useful. Reason I'm telling you this is I've just come from a meeting where I was asking somebody a question and they were doing all those things. So I knew for a fact they were lying, but the physical signs from their facial expressions and what was going on with their eyes, just confirmed that. So use that in a seller meeting, guys. Really, really important. So I'm going to go. I've just dipped out. My wife is frantically waving at me through the window. She's probably got something to tell me, or she's made me my lunch, which would be very, very sweet and kind of her. So I wish you guys a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys soon. Until then, bye for now.